Have you ever stopped talking to someone and suddenly the silence feels louder than ever? You blocked them, you stopped replying, or maybe you just disappeared from their life, and now every notification on your phone makes you pause, wondering if it's them. That's not a coincidence. When dealing with a narcissistic woman, going no contact is like hitting pause on a storm. She doesn't just sit back quietly. She notices, she analyzes, and she expects certain things from you. Things that can stir up doubt, guilt, or even fear. This video is about understanding what a narcissistic woman is thinking and expecting when you stop talking to her. It's about seeing through the manipulation and protecting yourself. More importantly, it's about realizing your own strength and reclaiming your peace. Seeing the reality in behind the silence. When a narcissistic woman notices the distance, she is not just waiting quietly. There is a whole pattern behind her reactions. She is wired to expect attention, to test boundaries, and to maintain control over the people around her. The truth is, her behavior is not about care or concern. It's about keeping a sense of importance and making sure she remains central in your emotional world. Every post, every message she might send, every small move she makes is calculated to provoke some reaction. Understanding this helps you step back and see things clearly. It is not about blaming yourself or thinking you caused this. It is about recognizing the mechanism behind the manipulation. Once this is clear, you can start noticing the exact ways she expects you to respond and why staying grounded matters. This awareness is what allows you to navigate the situation without being pulled into her games, and it naturally leads into understanding her first expectation, that you will reach out to her. Expecting you to reach out first. One of the first things a narcissistic woman expects is that you will break the silence. She believes she is the center of your emotional world. She wants proof that you are thinking about her, missing her, or even feeling uneasy without her presence. This expectation is all about control. When you reach out, it validates her importance. It shows her that she still matters in your life and that she can influence your emotions. Every unread text, every ignored call, every day of silence becomes a direct challenge to her ego. She notices it, she analyzes it, and she waits for the moment you finally respond. For you, this can feel intense. Your instincts might push you to reach out, to soften the tension, or to explain yourself. You might feel an urge to make peace or fix the situation. But here's the thing. That is exactly what she wants. She's counting on your reaction. Every time you consider messaging her, she wins. Recognizing this is the first step to staying strong. The more you understand this, the easier it becomes to resist. Instead of giving in to the urge to reach out, you can remind yourself that your silence is a form of strength. Every moment you don't respond is a moment where you are protecting your peace, not being mean or uncaring. Hoping you feel pain and regret. Silence is one of the most powerful tools a narcissist can use. When you stop responding, she expects a reaction. Not just any reaction, but pain, guilt, or anxiety. She anticipates that you will start questioning yourself, wondering if you overreacted, or if ending the communication was the wrong decision. Her goal is simple. She wants you to feel regret. She wants you thinking about her constantly, replaying moments in your head, and questioning your choice to step away. The more you agonize, the more emotional energy she collects. That energy is like fuel for her ego. Every second you spend worrying is a second she is feeding off your emotions. It's crucial to understand this pattern because it shifts the perspective from self-blame to awareness, Feeling guilt or anxiety is not proof that you did something wrong. It's a predictable reaction she expects. Recognizing that allows you to separate your feelings from her manipulation. It allows you to process your emotions without letting them control your actions. In practice, this means when uncomfortable feelings arise, pause and ask yourself, am I reacting to her actions or am I reacting to her expectations? The distinction is powerful. Once you see that her goal is to provoke a reaction, it becomes much easier to hold your ground. Testing your limits. No contact is often interpreted by a narcissistic woman as a test. She wants to know how much control she still has over you. She believes that if she is important enough, you will eventually give in and return to her. This testing is not always obvious. Sometimes it comes in small, subtle ways. A sudden text, a provocative comment on social media, or even reaching out through a friend. Each action is carefully calculated to provoke a response and measure your reaction. The goal is never reconciliation. It's about seeing if you are still under her influence. Understanding this testing is essential. It helps you anticipate triggers and prevents you from misinterpreting her actions as care or concern. Recognizing the test gives you the power to respond with calm and clarity. You can see her behavior for what it really is, a bid for control, not an expression of genuine feelings. Every time you resist responding impulsively, you reclaim a little more control over the situation. The more aware you are of the testing patterns, the easier it becomes to maintain your distance and protect your emotional well-being. Expecting you to monitor her. Even when you stop communicating, a narcissistic woman expects you to pay attention to her life. She assumes you are checking her social media, following her posts, and tracking her activities through friends or shared connections. This is what she calls emotional fuel. Your attention, even from a distance, validates her sense of importance. Every view, every like, every tiny mental check confirms that she is still significant in your life. The key for you is to protect your peace. Checking her accounts, comparing yourself to her posts, or wondering about her day only gives her the control she seeks. Avoiding that trap is crucial. When you stop monitoring her life, you stop feeding her ego and regain the focus on your own life. Think of it this way: your energy is valuable. Spending it on her actions, posts, or life updates gives her influence over your thoughts. Keeping your focus on yourself, your growth, and your happiness makes you stronger and immune to manipulation. Expecting jealousy or curiosity. A narcissistic woman expects you to feel something when she appears happy without you. She might post photos, share stories, or show off her freedom and attention from others. Every post is designed to spark jealousy or curiosity. She wants to know that you are reacting emotionally. Even minor thoughts, like wondering why she's posting or feeling a twinge of envy, are exactly what she expects. Your reactions become another form of fuel for her ego. Awareness is your defense. Your life is separate from her actions. You do not need to react emotionally. Understanding that her posts are meant to provoke allows you to see them for what they are: manipulation, and not a reflection of your worth. By staying grounded, you prevent her from having power over your emotions. You can scroll past without feeling drawn in. Keep your focus on your own experiences and maintain control over your feelings. Hoping you will come back. Above all, a narcissistic woman expects that the no-contact period will end with you reaching back out. She wants you to re-engage, to give her attention, and to let her regain influence over your emotions. This is not about reconciliation or care. It's about power. Each interaction gives her an opportunity to reassert dominance, to manipulate, and to feel needed. Every time you consider contacting her, it is a test of whether she still holds sway over you. For anyone on the receiving end, understanding this is liberating. Choosing to maintain distance is not cruelty, it is self-preservation. It is an acknowledgement that your emotional peace is more important than her ego. Remaining firm allows you to take back control of your life. You make the decision about who has influence over your emotions. You reclaim the space for your own happiness and growth, free from her manipulation. Protecting yourself. Knowing what a narcissistic woman expects is only the first step. Understanding her patterns helps, but the real work is protecting yourself. This is about keeping your peace, your energy, and your life separate from her manipulation. Here's how to do it effectively. 1. Keep boundaries clear. Boundaries are your most important tool. Decide exactly what kind of contact, if any, is acceptable and stick to it without bending. That might mean no calls, no texts, no social media messages, or even limited interactions if you have shared responsibilities like work or family. The point is to define your limits clearly so she can't push them. Being firm is not mean, it's necessary. Once boundaries are set, don't let guilt or her attempts to test you make you back down. 2. Ignore provocations. A narcissistic woman will try to provoke reactions in many ways. Posts on social media, sudden messages, or indirect comments through friends are all attempts to make you react emotionally. The best response is none at all. Don't comment, don't reply, and don't engage. Every time you respond, you give her emotional fuel. By ignoring provocations consistently, you take away the power she's expecting to have over you. 3. Stay grounded in reality. It's easy to get caught up in what she says or posts, especially if she tries to twist the story, to make you feel guilty or question yourself. Keep a record of what actually happens and what you observe. Write it down if you need to. Focus on facts, not interpretations or claims she makes. This helps you stay clear about the reality of the situation and reduces the chances of being manipulated emotionally. 4. Lean on support. You don't have to handle this alone. Friends, family, or even support groups who understand narcissistic behavior can be invaluable. They help you stay grounded, remind you of your own perspective, and provide encouragement when you feel doubt or guilt. Talking to people who get it can make you feel less isolated and more confident in your decisions. 5. Focus on your life. Your life is bigger than her manipulation. Invest in your interests, hobbies, goals, and personal growth. The more you focus on building your own happiness, the less her actions will matter. When your time, energy, and attention are devoted to yourself, her attempts to control or provoke you lose their effectiveness. Your life becomes richer and stronger because you are in charge of it. 6. Be consistent. Consistency is key. The more consistent you are in maintaining boundaries, ignoring provocations, and focusing on your own life, the less influence she has. She may push, test, or try to get a reaction. But each time you stay steady, you are taking control of your own life back. Protecting yourself is not a one-time thing. It takes practice and persistence. But every step you take strengthens your ability to stay independent. It's about choosing yourself every day, prioritizing your peace, and refusing to let someone else dictate your emotions. When you commit to these steps, you start reclaiming your energy, your freedom, and your sense of self. You show that your life is yours, not something she can control or disrupt. And that is real power, quiet, steady, and unshakable. Reclaiming strength. Going no contact is not easy, especially with a narcissistic woman. It takes courage, patience, and self-respect. But every moment you maintain silence is a victory, a moment where your peace and freedom take priority over manipulation and control. Remember, the power lies with the one who remains steady. Silence is not weakness, it is strength. Every day you honor your boundaries, focus on your life, and refuse to give her emotional fuel is a step toward reclaiming control over your journey. You have the ability to heal, grow, and thrive outside of manipulation. You are more resilient than you realize, and no one can take that away from you. Keep going. Keep strong. Your peace is worth it. And as always, because YouTube's algorithm tends to favor videos with strong engagement, if you feel this video has brought you value, a simple like and a quick subscribe would mean so much. It not only helps this message reach more people who need it, but also ensures you will never miss the next video that could make a difference in your journey. Thanks all.